Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Cody. Hope you guys are all doing well today. I appreciate you all and I'm sending you all high vibrations and a lot of love on this 2/20/22, 2 days away from the 2/22/22. And in my last video, if any of you haven't watched that, it might be helpful to watch that first because I'm going to once again expand upon this plutonium connection and these movies that are all pointing to this time period. And today, specifically, I want to talk about a couple of things. I want to talk about 313, which is March 13th. I want to talk a little bit about Ripple XRP, the cryptocurrency. I want to talk a little bit about the movie, The Squid Games. And I want to talk a little bit about the movie, The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, which came out in 2013. So first, just to reiterate what I talked about in the prior video, I was talking about how the Squid Games is related to the plutonium and the time period that we're in now, because you can see that it has 294% like ratings, and you can see that plutonium is the 94th element, right? Anyway, if you, I would say it's best that you watch the last video so you can get an understanding. I don't want to go over all this again in this video, but I showed how plutonium is connected, how the quote on the plutonium description matches the 156, which 9/11 the 156 prime, how plutonium today is matching. This is basically just watch the other videos so you guys can get an overview of this stuff. But I wanted to talk mostly about Squid Games here because Squid Games led me to this time period, and I couldn't figure out quite the connection in this. If any of you have seen this movie, the main character in the movie, he wears 456, and in the game, the movie is pretty much about a game. People become a part of this game in order to win money, but they don't realize that it's like a deadly game, right? And they get involved in this game. But so anyway, in the game, I don't want to give too much away, but there's 456 players total, and the main character is the one who wears 456. And I could never figure out why that number was important in the context of this decode. But then last night, I just found this amazing nugget. And for any of you who have seen the show, I think you'll be as mind blown as I was. But I showed yesterday how the dates lined up from the release date of this, and how it's tied to plutonium and the war talk going on right now. How Squid Games is a match to plutonium World War in February in the 42 and the 4 reduction. Okay, but here's the big thing. I went over and I checked the Satanic cipher, which I sometimes use because it can also give you. Each cipher has its benefits, and I just want to bring this up because this is mind blowing. If you type, and yesterday, remember, I was tying plutonium in with this game, with this movie, The Squid Game, and if you look, plutonium equals 456 in Satanic. And remember, I just told you that the total number of players and the main character wears 456 in the game, in the movie, or in the show, should I say. And it blew my mind because I was like, oh my goodness, like that's the 456 connection, and it's just amazing, guys. I mean, I was blown away by this find, and I just wanted to talk about it here. Now that I got that out of the way, I hope all of you who've seen this show are as mind blown as I am right now. And I want to talk about a connection that I found with another 456. If any of you are familiar with Ripple XRP, the cryptocurrency, which I think a lot of the people watching my channel maybe came over from Waters Above Crypto channel, or even if you're not on that, you might be familiar with Ripple XRP, the cryptocurrency that I think is going to have an amazing time in the next few months. But anyway, if you go over to the calculator, I wanted to point out that in the Sumerian cipher, and I use this cipher every once in a while too. It's a bigger cipher because the numbers are much bigger, so you get a much bigger value out of this. But I was surprised to see that when I typed in Ripple, it's a 456, just like player 456 in Squid Game is the winner, right? And or sorry if I gave that away, but that's just what happens. I mean, he's the main character, he's the winner, and he's the last character, or he's the last number in the game. That's the total amount of players in the game. Now the icy fire. I'm going to get to the plutonium in a minute, but I wanted to talk about the icy fire. What is that? Well, if you go to this movie, this is the song. But if you go to this movie, it's called The Hobbit: The Desolation of Smaug. Now, this movie is essentially about. I mean, this is one of my favorite movies. The whole Lord of the Rings, I mean, genre is my favorite movies of all time, I think. But this movie is great. I just got done watching it today, and it blew my mind because I wasn't expecting to find another connection with plutonium and Ripple and all these current events, but I did, and I just wanted to share. And so, anyway, the song for this, which is an amazing song, by the way, was done by Ed Sheeran. And some of the lyrics are, "Oh, misty eye of the mountain below, keep careful watch of my brother's souls." And it gets into, if this is to end in fire, then we should all burn together. Watch the flames climb high into the night. It's just amazing lyrics. The chorus is amazing. I love the song. But I wanted to just point out why I put Icy Fire, because I just typed in Icy Fire in Sumerian, and look what you get, guys. You get the 456. And just like Ripple and just like in Satanic, plutonium is 456. So the number 456 has all of a sudden gotten on my radar because it seems to be coming up a lot. Now let me connect the movie release with Ripple, because any of you people who are familiar with Ripple and XRP, it's known for having a community of riddlers. So a bunch of people on Twitter who post riddles about XRP and when it's gonna, go to very high values. But it's been around XRP has been around for a long time. I mean, since 2013, guys. Just when that movie came out, actually. That's why I find this is a great connection. And if you go from the release date of The Desolation of Smaug to there's a current, if you go to Twitter, there's a Riddler who picked that he said something about, he makes pictures, and on the pictures he has a calendar, and he has the date 3/13/2022 circled. And I put that date in because that's probably going to be a big date for XRP, because actually if you type in XRP into the calculator, let me do that for you guys here. Notice Desolation has the 42 just like plutonium, and the 156 just like the amount of days it's been since the release of Squid Game. But anyways, I wanted to do XRP for y'all. Notice that XRP is in regular English is a 58, and you reduce it down, it's a 22. Now notice the day of the release of the movie was a 58 date in numerology. So if you add 12 plus 13 plus 20 plus 13, it's 58. Notice that also the same day that I'm talking about, the 3/13 riddle date, is also a 58 and a 22, which is in a direct match to the first two ciphers of XRP, the 58 and the 22. And remember, this whole movie, guys, Desolation of Smaug, is about a dragon who's guarding a mountain of gold. So get the symbolism there, right? But another main thing I want to point out here is going back to connections I've made in prior videos, how in English, if you type in Jupiter is a 99, right? And we're currently in the year of the tiger, which is the striped planet. And Jupiter rituals have been, the Cincinnati Bengals being in the Super Bowl with 2 9 quarterbacks. I've talked about that in my prior videos, but I just wanted to bring up this because if you look, the amount of days or months between Desolation of Smaug to this date is 99 months, guys, on the button. 99 months on the dot. Also, you notice it's 430 weeks, which the 43 number is huge. I'm not going to get into that here, but it's just huge. and then it's 3,012 days. So again, going back to this 123 anagram number, which I've pointed out in my prior videos. But yeah, guys, I just really wanted to go over these interesting connections that I found today. This is probably going to be my only video of the day. I appreciate all of you very, very much. All the people who have come over from other channels and who have found me on YouTube. I'm not somebody who wants to really plug my channel too much and say, oh, hit the subscribe, do this, do that. I just want to get information out to people, and I really enjoy sharing it. And I have a passion for decoding. So, and I appreciate all of you guys who take the time to sit down and watch and leave your comments and share your thoughts. So, anyways, guys, I really hope that you guys have an amazing, amazing day, and I guess I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Many blessings.